Hey everybody, so welcome back to the channel. Welcome if you're new. Today is going to be a topic that I discovered from a comment on one of my videos a while back. I don't remember which one, but it's going to be about how people have different relationships with stuff, just stuff in general. So I've kind of changed recently, so I figured that there are like kind of two groups of people. Maybe let me know in the comments if there's like a third group that you might belong to or that you think people do. So with stuff, people either, like, if you have stress or something happens in your life and you just want to get rid of everything, like throw everything away, start new, or like try to be like more minimalist, or like just get rid of stuff if it doesn't serve you anymore. And then there are people who like will hold on to stuff, will kind of bring things into them, like stuff has more meaning than, you know, the other group of people like I mentioned. And throughout different points in my life, I've been kind of both, like in both groups, like not at the same time, but back and forth. So like sometimes I will like gather a bunch of stuff, or if I need to get rid of things, I'll hold on to them, like something stupid, like just a little, I don't know, trinket of some sort that I probably should throw away because it's not useful or anything, but like it holds some, however small, sentimental value, and I can't get rid of it. Or stuff that people like my family have like given me for Christmas, or just stuff that I will never use. It's like I know that they would rather I give it to somebody who will use it, but sometimes it feels like I have to keep it because they got it for me, you know. So I had a lot of stuff like that. I'm doing better at getting rid of that kind of thing. But as of now, I feel like in the mindset that I'm in, I need to get rid of stuff, downsize, minimalize. Number one, because I'm trying to buy an RV pretty soon and this stuff's not going to fit. But I also kind of don't have like the mental energy to sit and go through everything. Even just the stuff that's like, I know it's not going to have any sentimental because it's been like, it's kind of newer and it's been like laying on the floor forever, like boxes and just other stuff, like stuff I bought that I need to return or whatever. I'm not saying that either way is right or wrong. It's just how people deal with things differently. How we kind of, sometimes we can let our like mental health manifest into personal things. So if we're doing really good, we're gonna be like, heck yeah, I want to clean this stuff out. I'm gonna, you know, donate all this stuff to charities or whatever. And then either that, or I mean, sometimes if you're like down, you can be that way too. Just get rid of everything. I don't want to look at it. I don't want to deal with it. Or one day you'll be up and you'll be like, well, I want to look at all the stuff that I have that's kind of sentimental and I want to keep it, organize it. Or you can be down and be like, I don't want to lose any of this stuff. I want to keep it. And another thing that's a bit more serious is like if you've been through some kind of trauma, like childhood, or been, you know, like when you were younger, or even now, if you're in a poverty situation, you hold on to things because you know that there's a chance that you won't be able to have it, or that you won't be able to afford to buy it again if you lose it. And I think that is a big struggle too, because just from my personal experience, I mean, I honestly, I'm like, God would strike me with lightning if I said that I was poor right now, but I have been poor, and I have seen like many of my friends now are in that situation and they have a bunch of stuff like just laying everywhere, and it's not like, I'm not saying this right or wrong, it's just like a common thread that stuff equates to security for a lot of people. And then even there's the angle of buying things as related to your mental health. So a lot of people, I know in the Project Panic Makeup Rehab kind of like no-buy community, people are trying to come to grips with that. They are stress buying makeup and beauty and clothing and that kind of stuff. And I mean, some people shop when they're happy, some people shop when they're sad, or if they're bored or whatever. It's kind of like eating, like you can stress eat and that kind of stuff, which is a whole other topic. And like I said before, there is no right or wrong way to deal with stuff. I mean, if you have, like, if you are I'm not talking about like the buying stuff thing here. I'm talking about like having stuff. If you have a lot of things that you can't get rid of because of sentimental value, and you have room and you have resources to be able to keep up with them and keep them, then that's fine. But if you don't have, you know, space for them and they just keep piling up, or you don't have any, like, the ability to keep up with them, because things do take up space, they take up time. You know, like if you've ever had to move, you know that having more stuff is a bigger headache when you're moving. So I don't know, and even if you're not going to move, like, you still have to like clean around the stuff and you have to look at it every day. And it's just, for me, like, because I have accumulated a lot of stuff recently, partly being because I used to have my own apartment, like the entire apartment, and now I'm in one little bedroom here. Stuff is piling up and I don't have a place to put it. And I'm at the point where I am like tired of looking at it. Like, I want it to be just gone, but then again, like I said before, I don't have the mental energy to sit and deal with it. So it's just going to take like little by little to get it kind of under control, which I am. I'm thankful that my parents are giving me the bedroom across the hall that my brother is moving out of, and he's moving into the basement. But so I'll have another room over there for at least my business stuff, because they do run a creative business out of my room and live here too. So but then it's like, who's to say that I won't accumulate a bunch more stuff, you know, even though I am on a no-buy, you know, it's, who knows, but I have to like get this under control before I get the RV, because that, like, this kind of clutter in an RV would not fly, because, for one, if you're moving it around, you know, the roads aren't perfect anywhere, so the stuff's going to be flying all over the place. If you got it sitting out, everything has to be put away in, like, in cupboards and cabinets and stuff. It's like, I would rather not have had all the stuff in the first place than have to sit and go through it and look at it, move it around, step over it in my case, because stuff's like piled up. And yeah, so that's about all I've got on this topic. I'll probably think of more stuff as soon as I turn the camera off. I didn't make any notes or anything on this. It's just how I'm thinking about it. So if you have any stories or how you view stuff, just stuff in general, like having it, and are you like a cluttered person, or are you more organized, like, does everything have a place, or are you like one of those people who has to accumulate stuff, or like, and not get rid of it, or are you that kind of person who wants to get rid of everything and be like neat and tidy? That's funny, when and my grandparents, so my grandpa has this entire, like, they call it the building. It's just like his workshop, and has a bunch of tools and stuff. And he keeps everything, like every nail, every piece of wood, like anything he keeps, and he, just in case he needs to use it later. I just slapped my leg. And even if it's like broken, he still can use it to find something to do with it. And then my grandma's like the total opposite. She wants to get rid of everything, doesn't like clutter. She goes through and cleans out their closets. Like, even though they don't ever buy any new clothes, she still cleans out the closets, because somehow they accumulate it. And then she goes through and like sneakily gets rid of things, because if it was up to him, they would be like overrun with stuff. So that's about it for today. Let me know what you think in the comments, and give this video a thumbs up if you thought it was interesting. Let me know if you have any more topics kind of similar to this that I could do a video about, or would you like to see a video about, and subscribe so you don't miss any other videos, and I will see you then. Bye.